Hello students, in this video what I am going to tell you how can you perform the experiment number 8 and how can you do the experiment number 8. For this purpose what you have to do, you have to calculate the quantity first, and then after that you have to weight crush aggregate, fine aggregate cement on this weighing balance. And for this purpose you have to make this weighing balance 0 by clicking on the black button, and then you have to make the weight of the tray is 0, as we have done earlier for the weight of the cement. So now what you have to do, you have to put the sand and whatever the amount you have calculated before doing so. And I already told you into the manual work how do you have to calculate the amount. So you have to put like that. The student is putting soil in this video on the tray, and he is waiting, he's trying to weight this, and whatever the amount they have calculated, so they have to do it accordingly. This is the soil, and you can also say that this is the fine aggregate. And how he is performing this experiment, so for he is calculating the amount. Now they are removing some soil because the weight is over now, so they are trying to balance it, and this is the wrong way to put out. Now you can see what they are doing. They are removing the soil from the tray because the soil is excessive according to the weight of the soil is calculated in the calculation. So they are removing, and but they you can see that they are gradually removing the soil from the tray. Now you can see, I think so there the amount of soil is reduced, and you can see this is 3 kg, so 3000 gram you can see. So now they have weighted it. Now what they are doing there, after weighing, they put the soil in another tray, and now what they are going to do, they are going to wait for what? Let's see what they are going to weight it. They are going to put sand in the tray. No, it's not sand. They have already calculated. Now they are putting the cement in the tray to calculate the amount of cement. So they have already calculated the amount of cement. Now they are weighing that amount of cement to put in to make the concrete for mixing, you can say. So now they are gradually putting the cement in the tray. So is that okay? The weight is come out, the required weight is done. No, they are still putting the cement in the tray to get accurate weight, and you can see they are gradually putting cement in it. And keep it in mind, don't throw the cement on the height, because it will affect harmful for your eyes and health as well. So take care of it. Now done. They are going to put and mix it with the sand. Now you can see in this video what they are going to do. They are trying to wait for the coarse aggregate for making concrete, and they are looking for the accuracy of the weight. So now it is coming out to be 2.040. So no, it is 2.840. So now they are adding more amount of crush aggregate in it, and you can see they are gradually increasing the amount, otherwise they will get more amount. So that's why now you can see they are adding crush aggregate slowly and gradually in the tray. Now it is coming out to be 5.905 kg. So they are adding more amount. It means that they required 6 kg over here. Whether is this coming out to be there or not, you can see the dial where the digital screen where you can see the amount is coming over there. Now it is less than 6 kg, and it is nearest to the 6 kg, and they will get it or not, you can see. So what you have to do in this experiment, you have to weigh cement, coarse aggregate and fine aggregates separately. And then what you have to do, you have to bring it to the big tray, and where you have to mix it. You have to add all these three categories cement, coarse aggregate and fine aggregate over there, and then you have to start mixing it in the dry form. So what do you have to use for this? You have to use shovel. Look, these students are mixing cement, brush aggregate and fine aggregate, and I am really thankful to these students. They have done a great job because they have worked a lot over there. I think it was too tiring because I was also standing over there making this video, and they have done lot of work over there and themselves without any support or help. So it's quite interesting, and because undergraduate students are showing their interest a lot in doing this practical, and they really enjoyed in doing this practical. And now you can see the both students are very seriously doing this experiment and mixing it properly. So but whenever you are mixing it, so be careful. You have to wear the gloves and you have to wear the glasses because cement is very dangerous for your health. And now they are going to add the water which they are calculated for the water cement ratio. So they will gradually add water in it and mix it. So keep it in mind, you have to add water gradually in it and mix it properly, otherwise your mix will be non-uniform and it will have some problem after curing. Sometimes you will get segregation in it, workability issues. There are lots of things you will find it out. So you have to mix it properly. Look how much work these students are doing, and you can see how they are mixing it. So you must ensure that if you are mixing it, so water should be properly mixed in the cement or concrete or cement concrete. You can say concrete is the mixture of composite mixture of material of fine aggregate, coarse aggregate and cement. Cement creates a bonding, and if we do not add water, so it will not get mixed. So you have to be very careful while mixing. So water should be properly mixed. There will be no space left for the dryness, and water should not be less, so it should be mixed properly. So don't add more water in it, or don't add excessive water in it. Don't add a small amount of water, so that your mixture will get dry. And you can see the one boy get tired. It's not an easy job. You can find it's interesting, but it's tiring also. They must get tired after doing this practical. I know that. So they are doing it so seriously, and they are putting so much concentration over it, and they told me that they are enjoying this experiment. So they are mixing it. When they will mix it properly, you can see, so they have to fill the mold in the 3 layers. In each layer they have to compact the layer with the compacting rod, so 25 times. I will tell you, told you in the lab manual work. So you can see how they are mixing. They are mixing very properly. There is no dry spaces left. One more is coming over there to help them, and now the mold is there. So they will put grease in it as we do while baking cake. So what they have to do, we have to add butter, and we have to apply butter or oil. Now they brought oil to put on the inner surface of the mold. So it will become easier for us to remove the cube from the mold. So now you can see they are mixing, and they are enjoying a lot. They are laughing as well. They find it interesting. They told me that they will study harder after this semester. So let's see what they are doing. So they are now they are fixing the nuts of the mold. Now they are going to put this mix into 3 layers into the mold, and they have applied the grease, or they are applying it. Oil, you can use oil, or if you want to use grease, so you can use grease as well. So they were doing a great job over here. So Now you can see what they are going to do. You have to apply the grease properly in the inner side of the mold. Now the camera is very close to the working, so now you can see how they are doing. So one is doing with the cloth and the other one is doing with the knife. So it is going very good. So this is very good activity, and obviously you will also enjoy in the lab session. And I will must tell you that you have to make your videos as well. Then send me. I will add in my YouTube channel. So if you will like this, so must do this, must practice it in the lab properly. So make the video and I will upload it. So now they are fixing the nut, tightening it, and then now they are going to, after this, when they will fix it, so what they are doing, so they will fill this mold. So now they are putting the mix into the mold. So they have to put it in the mold and then they have to compact it, so there will be no air or space will be left. But keep careful that you will not waste the amount of the concrete outside, so you have to be very careful. So tamping should be uniform, and it should be on every on it should be everywhere. There will be no space will be left. So you have to do not you don't have to do tamping on each point, on a single point. You have to do it on every point, so it will give you a uniform mix. So now it's done, it's second layer, and they are now he is tamping for 25 times. It's quite difficult. This is very light in weight, but if you will go for the CBR testing in the soil, so they are have the that compacting rod is very heavy. So now they are going to fill the third layer, and the top surface should be well finished, and you can do it with the shovel. So what they are doing, so they will do compacting 25 times in it, and you can see they are compacting it for the 25 times in 3 layers. So there will be no space will be left. So they are working very hard. I really like their passion, how they are working, and you will get enthusiasm from these students, these undergraduate students. I really salute to my students of Sir Syed University. They are doing a very good job. I really appreciate them. They are very hardworking and they love to work and they find it interesting a lot. So these are the students of Civil Engineering Department of Sir Syed University, and students of Sir Syed University are very well passionate to do work. Now you can see after tamping what they will do. They are trying to make the finish on the top surface. So there will be no gap left in that way. So tamping is done. Now what they are doing, so they are mixing it or they are trying to finish it. Okay, finishing the surface or from the top. So there will be no space or gap will be left. So now you can see how you can do this. How can you make these molds? So and they are making fun also because they are enjoying a lot doing this practical. So I love their passion. So they helped me a lot in making this video, and obviously after watching this video you will find it so useful for you, and you will get an idea how can you perform this experiment. When you have done this, so what you have to do, now after doing this, you have to leave for 24 hours, and then you have to put it into the curing tank. And this is the curing tank of Strength of Material Laboratory of Sir Syed University. And you can see they put it, now in this video, what I am going to tell you, we have done curing, we have done this cube put in the curing tank. I have already shown in the video. Now what is going on, now we put this block in the compression testing machine. This is CTM machine, compression testing machine. And now you can see over here how this boy is applying the load over this block with the help of compression testing machine. So he is pushing up and down, and you can see You have to see when the block is started to deteriorate, and you have to note down the reading when the block is started to damage or deteriorate or break, you can say. So now you can see in this video, and lab attendant is also guiding the student how he has to do this, and a lot of force is required to do this experiment. And you can see this student how he is doing this work. So now he's getting tired, and you should have to emphasize on this dial gauge, because on this dial gauge you can see that load in kgs. These are the two CTM machines. This is another CTM machine. There is black needle and the red needle. Red needle is showing the load in kilonewtons, and load in pounds is the black reading. Now you can see here load in pounds and load in kilonewton. So ram diameter is 8 inches, and now he is pushing up and down, and you have to note down that reading at which this block will get fail or break. And now you can see the crack is started to happen, and you have to note down that reading at which the block will get deteriorated. So you can see in this video, student is still applying the force because it is not completely destroyed. So let's see, now it is going to started to break, and the pieces are coming out from the block. This is the cube. We put it in the compression testing machine. This is CTM machine. This is known as CTM machines. So you can see now the block is started to damage, and the reading is going up and up. Now it is broken. So you can see, and now you have to note that reading. And what is it? This reading, you have a red color is showing the kilonewton load, and the black one is showing the load in pounds. And now you can see it is from 0 to 5,000 pounds. So it is more than 2500. And then you have to note down that reading. And this is the compression testing machine, and you can see the how the block is deteriorated. So how can you read these readings? So you have to divide the divisions accordingly. So it is 0 to 50,000. So what you have to do, you have students, in this video what I am going to tell you, it's an experiment number 8, and how can you perform your manual work. So let's have a discuss over it. So let's have a start. Which experiment is this? So what is this? Let's see. So this is the Strength of Material Laboratory Works, and it's experiment number 8 by Nahid Musharraf, and you can call me Nahid Shahzad. Okay, next, what is this? Let's have a look. What is the objective of this experiment in the strength of material? So that we have to determine the compressive strength of concrete 1:2:4. So we have to find out what? We have to find out the compressive strength of concrete. And how can we do that? So let's have a start. So what is this? This is apparatus, and this apparatus consists of cube mold. We need for the experiment, what are the requirement for the equipment is cube. We need mold, compacting rod, compression testing machine, and trowel. I will show you in the video as well. Obviously, you will see before watching your manual work. So let's see next. What is it? This is theory. So what is this? It is saying that if the applied load tends to shorten the member, then the nature of the stresses will be compressive. A strength test of concrete is more important as compared to tensile strength, as concrete is 10 times stronger in compression than tension. So what does it tell about? Actually, it is saying that the compressive strength of concrete is 10 times stronger in compression. So, what does it mean by that? Concrete is a brittle material. It has stronger strength in the compression, but it is not good for the tension. So, we have for the tension, we have to provide reinforcement in it. I have already discussed in the previous classes. So, the compressive strength is either tested by cube or cylinder. You can check compressive strength of the material by making a cube or cylinder. A cylinder is adopted in American practice, ASTM, and cube is adopted in British practice, BS. So what's a mistake over here? Cube is, this should be cube is. So I have to write it down. Cube is. Okay, next, what is it is saying? Next is what? It's a procedure. So what we have to do in the experiment, already you have seen how we have performed this experiment. So make the concrete of given ratio 1 is to 2 is to 4. What does it mean by 1 is to 2 is to 4? So I will discuss with you here. Take the cement, sand and gravel in a specified quantities. Water use must be 45 percentage to 60% to the weight of the cement, but it's totally dependent upon what it totally depends upon your temperature, for example, whatever the your room temperature is, so you have to decide it according to the temperature. Concrete is filled in 3 layers of equal height in the mold. So you have to fill the concrete in the mold in 3 layers. Every layer is compacted 25 times by the compacting rod that is having 5 by 8 inches diameter and 25 inches long. So keep it in mind. You have to put concrete in 3 layers, or every layer, and every layer should be compacted for 25 times by the compacting rod. After the mold is filled up, the surface will be struck off plane with a trowel. Remove the mold after 24 hours. Surfacing should be good. A specimen is placed under water for curing. Remove the mold after 24 hours. So what we have to do, a specimen is placed under water for curing. After 7 days curing, the specimen is placed in a compression testing machine. Note the maximum value of load from the machine gauge when the cracking or crushing is started. But one thing is incorrect over here. I didn't see it before. It is written in the manual that remove the mold after 24 hours. So it is not possible. We have to put mold in the water after 24 hours. So we can put the mold in the curing tank or water tank. So before that, you have to place that concrete for 24 hours, not remove the mold. You cannot remove the mold. It is just like that you are baking a cake. So it must be so in the liquid. It must be in the liquid. So you can't do that. So what do you have to do? You have to you have to do what you have to do what you have to what you have to you cannot remove the mold, but before placing the cement in the mold, you have to apply grease inside the surface of the mold. So it will help you out. Oil or grease, whatever you want to, whatever is available in your lab, so you have to use it because it will help you out when you are removing the concrete cube from the mold. So it will help you out. It will get easier for you. So this is all about the procedure of the lab session. So what is next? Calculation. How can you do this calculation? Compressive strength formula is equals to load upon area of a specimen. Whatever the load is applied, and you have to see in the dial gauge of testing. So whatever the reading comes over there, so you have to divide it with the area of the specimen. So one thing I have to clear over here: how can you find out the compressive strength, and how can you find out the weight of the every material of the concrete? How can you sort it out these issues? So let me tell you how can you do that. How do the calculations work on? So let's have a start. Let's look how I am going to. Okay, then what you have to do for the calculation, let's have a start. So let me show you the screen. Let me show you the board, white screen. Okay, first of all, what you have to do, you must need to know what is the density of density of cement. You must know this. So for the density of cement, we have to search it out on an internet. So the density of cement will be is available in the on the internet. It is around 1440 kilogram per meter cube. So I am taking it as 1440 kilogram per meter cube. This is the density of cement. And then we have to calculate the volume. And how can we calculate the volume? So let me tell you. Volume of cube. What will be the volume of cube? So we are going to cast the cube of 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches. So let me draw the cube over here. Its all sides obviously are equal because it is cube. So all the lengths should be length, breadth, height, all the things should be 6 inches. So this will be 6 inches. This is 6 inches. And this should be 6 inches. So what you have to do, 6 inches into 6 inches, because volume should be L into breadth into height. So 6 inches. 6 6 is 36. So let me calculate it, what it comes out, and I will see in the calculator. So let me show you, that is 216 inch cube. This is 216 inch cube. So let me rub with it. So this will be inch cube. Next is what we have to do. We have to find out the mass. So how we calculate the mass? So one thing more, I want to tell you that it is in kilogram per meter cube, but the volume of the cube is 216 inch cube. So what we have to do, we have to convert or we have to find out density of cement in pounds per meter cube. So it will be density of cement, or we can convert one more thing we can do. We can convert a 216 inch cube into meter cube. So how can we do that? So let me tell you, the conversion for is coming out to be what? Convert 216. I am converting directly, but you have to calculate it yourself. 216 inch cube into meter cube. So it is coming out to be 0.00354 cubic meter. So it will come out in cubic meter is 0.00354. That is meter cube. Now, what will be density is equals to mass upon volume. Density is equals to mass upon volume. So what will be the value of density? 1440 is equals to mass upon 0.00354. Therefore, mass is equals to is coming out to be what? Let me calculate it with the calculator. So let's look. So obviously it should be multiplied. So 0.00354 multiplied by 1440. So it is coming out to be 5.0976. And obviously in kg. Why is it so? Let me make it clear. Because 1440 is in kilogram per meter cube, and this one is in meter cube. So meter cube will cancel out, and then you will get the value of mass of cement is in 5.0976 kilograms. So this is the total mass. It is not only the cement. So what you have to do for that? So let's have a look. Now what I am going to do, you have to calculate the ratio. So obviously we are going here, we are taking the categorization of 1:2:4. So we have to sum up this ratio 1 plus 2 plus 4. So how much it will come out? So it will come out 7. This is the way to calculate it. First part is for the cement. What is it? First part is for the cement. 1:2:4 means second one is for fine aggregate, and ingredients you say, and what is next? 1:2:4 means, what does it mean by that? That in each component is that one is for cement, two is for what does it mean by that? Two is for fine aggregate, and four is for your coarse aggregate. So this is M15 concrete, you can say. So it's a ratio of cement, sand, and coarse aggregate. So what does it mean by that? Let me make it clear to all of you. Let me write it down over here. This is one part of cement from the total weight. This should be cement. This is fine aggregate. This is showing fine aggregate, or you can say sand. And this one is coarse aggregate, or you can say stones. Stones. Now what I have to do, let me rub all this. I just want this value, that is 5.0976 grams. So let me rub the screen, and what I am going to do. So let me rub it. Now what is this? So what do we have to do? And this one. So what we are trying to find it out, mass of the cement, you can say, or you can say amount of cement, or you can say proportion of cement, or you can also say weight of cement. Proportion of cement, obviously you can say weight of cement. So what we have to do here, that one part is the cement and total part is 7. I have already calculated that 1 plus 2, because we are using the ratio of 1:2:4. So multiply by 5.0976, the mass we have calculated before. So what we have to do, obviously 5.0975, I divide 5.0976 divided by 7. So the answer is coming out to be 0.728 kg. 0.728 kg. So what does it mean by that? How much amount you have to use? You have to use 728 grams. And you can take average of it. So you can take 800 grams nearest possible, and not going for the 750 grams. So let me rub. Now I have to find out the volume of, mass or weight of, you can say, sand. So what I am going to do, here is it. So weight of sand, we have to use it for making mold, or you making cube of concrete. So the proportion for the sand is 2. So multiply by 5.0976. So what we have to do, we have to multiply it. First, what we have to do, to multiply 5.0976 divided by 7. So it is coming out to be 1.456. 1.456 kg. So I can convert it into grams. So I am taking it 1500 grams, because it will be 1456 grams. So what I have to do, I have taken it 1500 grams. Now course, we have to calculate the amount of weight of stones, crush aggregate or coarse aggregate, you can say. So let me rub this. Okay, left this. Obviously, you have done up till now. You must be doing calculation with me. So what we have to do now, I am taking pointer and we are going to calculate coarse aggregate. So you can write it yourself. I am doing with the pointer. So you have to take proportion for the crush aggregate is 4 divided by 7, 5 point. Obviously, its amount will be more, 7, 6. So it will be, I have to calculate this one. And how can I calculate it? 4 divided by 7 multiply by what? 5.0976. 2.91, 2.9129 kg. So it will be 2912.9 grams. So I can take it as 3 kg or 3000 grams. So this is the way to calculate the amount of cement, coarse aggregate or fine aggregate for the proportion of 1 is to 2 is to 4. So hopefully you will get my point. When you will get here all these weights of coarse aggregate, fine aggregate and cement, then you have to take according to this proportion and then you have to mix it. So let's get back to the lecture and where we were. So let's back to it. So I just want to unwrite a screen. So now what you have to do when you will get your mold prepared, so you have to put it in the water tank for the curing tank for 3 days, 7 days, 14 days, 28 days according to your requirement for the curing. So I am moving towards the next line. And what is this? This is the observation. So obviously concrete mix ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 4 here. Cement, whatever the amount you have calculated. Sand, whatever the amount you have calculated. Gravel, whatever the amount you have calculated. And water, whatever the amount you have calculated. So you have to write it down over here. Now what is left? Water cement ratio. So how can you calculate it? Obviously the amount of cement you have already calculated and what it was, 5.096, I think so. I'm not sure right now, 728 grams. So I have taken it as 800 grams. So for water cement ratio, how can you calculate it? So water cement is equals to how much percentage you have to calculate this. So we have done calculation before that as well, how we have calculated for the practical number 1 and 2 for the water cement ratio. What we have done in previously, you must remember that how can you calculate the amount of water water for to add it in this. So how can we do it? So let's have a start for how much percentage you are going to add it. So it's up to you how much you have to check it out and find it out. For example, if you are taking 32% of water or 28% of water, so you have to calculate the amount accordingly. So what you have to do for that, so let me show you. So let me rub this one. So for example, what you are going to do, for example, you got a good consistency at 28 percentage. So you will put 28% here, multiply by the amount of cement that is 800 gram and divided by 100. This is the way to calculate the W by C ratio. So you will get the amount of water in ml. So you have to multiply and 0, 0 cancel. You have to multiply 28 into 8. So whatever the amount you will get it. So let me check it out. So it is 28 into 8. So it is 224 ml. So you have to calculate it accordingly, whatever the percentage you will see that it is reasonable or it is good for 1 is to 2 is to 4 concrete. And when you have to be keep in mind your weather conditions are over there, so you have to ask the amount of percentage to your lab attendant as well, so they are having more idea as compared to the teachers. So let's move to the next slide. Obviously you will get your water in grams. Obviously water should be in grams, and milliliters are equal, so you can write down milliliter. So next let's have a look. What is this? This is cube. Cube is dancing. So compressive load, how can you find it out? You have to put the load P. Load of P from, you have to take this reading from your compression testing machine. Then you have to put the area of a specimen. You have taken the mode of 6 inches by 6 inches. So what you have to do, you just multiply 6 into 6. So 36 inches square will be the area. So the whatever the load you will get it and area of the specimen. So you have to do formula load. You have to put the value of P here and area here and divide it, and you will get your compressive strength. So this is the way to calculate this one. Result: compressive strength of concrete at 7 days is found to be whatever the value you will get it. So you have to put it down. So what you have to do after 7 days, you have to take the reading or you have to do the compression testing. One more thing you can do is that you have to take compressive strength on 14 days and 28 days. So you will be able to make the graph for it. So conclusion, you have to write it yourself whether 7 days reading is coming out to be good or bad. So you have to discuss in the conclusion. So moving towards the next slide and what is happening over here. In this slides, there is a observation table, and I want to tell you here what. For example, if you are taking some type of, you are taking testing on doing on different types of cement. For example, you will put in 3 cubes that ordinary Portland cement, and in the other 3 cubes you have put high sulfate resisting cement. So what you have to do, you have to take readings on different days, and then you have to find out the compressive strength, and then you have to plot the graph for that. So you will do the comparison among different types of cement. One more thing you can do partial replacement of cement with different materials like fly ash, waste materials, other products. So you have to find out the compressive strength accordingly, and then you will make the graph. So it's I'm leaving up to you for your project or report. How can you perform this experiment? Obviously, I am giving you because this after that you will not have enough time, and this is not 18 days. This should be 28 days. This is wrong. This should be 28 days. Okay. You can also take reading on 3 days as well, and you can do its testing as well. So this is the way to make observation. I'm just giving you an idea over here. You can make your own tables. You can do it according to your thinking as well. So how can you make your tables more attractive and more fascinating? So this is compression testing machine. You have to perform the test in it. You have to place the cube in it. I have already shown in the lab demonstration. And now this is the graph, and I have taken from the research paper, and you can see there are the 2 lines on the graph. One is for the 7 days reading and second one is for the 28 days reading. What they have done, first they have made the conventional concrete, and they have taken reading of compressive strength. There are 2 readings on 7 days, on 28 days. Then what they have done, then they have concrete with 10% replacement by RHA. RHA is some material. You can also search it on the internet. So they have replaced the amount of cement by 10% of RHA, and then they have taken the compressive strength of 7 days on 28 days. So what they have done, they have made the cube of conventional concrete for 2 cubes for conventional concrete. For this 2 cubes, for this 2 cubes, for this 2 cubes. So then they have made this graph, and you can say the replacement is occurring, so the compressive strength is getting down, and the conventional concrete is having the greatest compressive strength. So moving towards next. So this is graph for report. You can make this is just an example, and it's up to you how can you make the graph more attractive and in different ways. And this is the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching me. And one thing is to tell you is that what Don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't forget to click on the bell notification. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow me on www.nahishazad.blogspot.com. I'm waiting for you for your comments and feedbacks, and these your comments and feedbacks are very productive for my YouTube channel and for my blogspot, and it will encourage me to work more harder, and I will do corrections in my videos and do more attractive work, and I will show you more interesting videos. I will I will upload on YouTube my channel. So I want your feedback. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give feedbacks. Thank you so much. Bye bye.